The All-Star Team Affinity is here in MLB the Show 25, and there are a ton of new players that were added to the game, and I'm going to go over the best players at each position in MLB the Show 25 right now, because a lot of things have changed with the new roster updates, with the new Team Affinity coming in. So a lot of people are wondering who are the best cards now that these 30, 40 cards just got added into the game. We're not going to do pitchers in this video. It's just going to be hitters. So that is another thing. If you want to have pitchers, make sure to leave a like. It's the best way to show me you want more of this sort of content. So if you leave a like, you comment down below, make sure to subscribe as well, and we'll drop the pitchers in the next video of the best pitchers in the game. But for now, let's go over the hitters. My squad has not changed much at all. I still have a lot of players to get. I still do not have the Aaron Judge. I don't think Aaron Judge would make my team though. Reason being, Garrett Crochet just got added. We just got Josh Hader. We got like a Max Fried. We got a ton of more lefties in this game. We still have heavy lefties meta in this lineup. John Don is still a meta card. Al Leiter is still a meta card. We have the Clayton Kershaw, who is a meta card. We have a ton of lefties in this game that are going to be pitching, that we are going to be batting against. So I think lefties in this game are still kind of out for me more times than not. I only have Juan Soto as a lefty on this team. Everyone else outside of Ted Williams, who's just cracked anyway, and he's 125, he doesn't really count, is not a lefty going to be on my squad. Now, Juan Soto is not going to stay on my squad either, but I'm going to go position by position. Starting at left field, Ted Williams is still going to be the best left fielder in this game, but we do have some good honorable mentions if you do not have Ted Williams. We do have the Aaron Judge card, who I think is going to be the next best card after Ted Williams in left field. I get he's a right fielder, but he can play left fielder, and they boosted his defense a ton, so now he can be a viable fielder. His speed is still very low, I understand, but 61 speed is all right in the corners and can get it done, especially because he's super tall. If you don't want that, you could do a Shohei Ohtani, but either Aaron Judge, PCA, or Shohei Ohtani are all very, very good options in that outfield. Another good option is Javier Baez. He's a righty hitter who crushes lefties. Contact left is 125. Solid power with 90 power on the right side. Again, he's a little bit slower, but he crushes lefties, and that's what we're mainly looking for. You also have a Corbin Carroll, but again, he's a lefty, so I'm kind of out on him. Those would be kind of the main cards I would use in left field. No one else really tickles my pickle out there. In center field, you're going to have the Carlos Beltran of the world, who is still going to be the best center fielder in the game. You have Mickey Mantle, who is going to be the second best center fielder in the game, kind of clear as day there. And then you're going to have the other cards that, again, just got added, which we'll go back to, which is going to be 98 PCA. I think he's going to be the next best center fielder, despite being a lefty. His defense is absolutely cracked, and his swing is very, very good for it to be worth it. Javier Baez is a solid option. Again, same concept as last time, but 64 speed in center is a lot more concerning compared to just one of the corners. Now heading to our right field, I think our best right fielders are going to be Juan Soto. I like Mickey Mantle out of position. I like a lot of players out of position. And then in right field, I will also rock with Tim Raines. Tim Raines is technically a left fielder. You can put him in right or left. I think he's still one of the best cards in this game, despite the new drop. 97 overall, switch hitting, great contact, elite speed, elite fielding. I would put him in right because there's a lot of left fielders, especially with Ted there. But again, if you don't have Ted, put him in left and he'll be just fine. If you don't have Mickey Mantle, Tim Raines is a great secondary option. And he's pretty cheap right now with only 65K. Now heading to the infield, we're going to go over the most prized position first, which is going to be shortstop. I think Elly De La Cruz by far and away is going to be the best shortstop in the game. I'm a Bo Bichette absolute rider, as I'm a Blue Jays fan. But I get Bo's cracked versus lefties, but Ellie's a switch-hitting demon who now has great stats, great clutch, solid vision even as well, which I was a little bit worried about. And he has 99 arm at that shortstop. You're probably like, but Gutty only has 73 fielding and 62 accuracy. Yeah, well, that's 73 fielding. When you power him up to P5, he's going to be 78. Plus, he's 6'5" with the craziest jump in the entire game. Plus, he has 99 speed. 99 speed, 6'5", one of the craziest dive animations you could possibly have. And he's a switch-hitting demon with great quirks as well. Like, you can't have a better shortstop in the game than that. I think Jeremy Pena has a really good argument. Great contact left, great clutch left. Power's very good left, 99 speed with good fielding. I think he's a very good argument, again, trying to knock out these lefties. I think Jacob Wilson is all right. He could be viable. I don't know Jacob Wilson's swing that well, so I can't really vouch for him too much there. I still think Bo Bichette's one of the best cards in the game, and I still think Willie Castro has an argument. But I think by how I would rank it is probably Ellie, then Willie, then Jeremy Pena. That's kind of the way I would rank it as of right now. Second base, I still think it's Trey Turner. Outside of Ketel Marte, the new Ketel Marte that they added, I think you could have over him. I'm kind of biased to just the Trey Turner swing and his speed. I think those two things alone are just absolutely valuable. And he bats like 500 for me. But Obviously, Ketel Marte, switch hitter, everyone's like most favorite swing in the game. He does only have 56 speed, and his fielding is all right, but he's still one of the best cards in the game. At second base, he'll be more than viable. I would prefer Trey probably just a little bit, but maybe that's just because I'm biased towards Trey's swing. But I like both of these cards very, very much. I think these are kind of the top 1, 2, and there's no one really else outside of that. I know people are going to have questions on like Bobby here and Francisco Lindor. I just don't think either of them compete. Bobby just doesn't have the power versus lefties right now. Great fielding, great speed, sure, if you want to just a pure defensive guy. And then Francisco Lindor is just kind of worse at everything. Great fielder, but slower, smaller, and just doesn't have the hitting stats that some shortstops do. Like if you're gonna have a great shortstop hitter, it's pretty much Ellie or bust at that point. I'd rather just not have a Lindor card at this point, unless you're just a big Lindor fan. Again, if you're a Mets fan, that's fine. But I just think he's not the player that you're really looking for compared to like an Ellie who just can do it a little bit better and who's cheaper. Literally, he's free. Again, the other question we're also going to get is Gleyber Torres at second base. He's definitely viable if you want the clutch, if you want the contact left. Very, very good card. Defense kind of blows, though, and he's a little bit slower. But again, a very good swing nonetheless. You could definitely add him in at that second base. Julio Rodriguez, it just doesn't look good. Also, it's a center field. I know a lot of people are going to probably ask that because people just love Julio, but he just doesn't look good either. Fernando Tatis, sadly, is the exact same way. Just doesn't really wow me with the stick, and 80 contact left just isn't that viable. Then heading to first base and third base. Third base, it is going to be not Scott Rowling anymore. Scott Rowling, I think, would be, sorry, I keep clicking back and forth. Scott Rowling would probably be my second third baseman. I think he's the tier 2 now. Second best, definitely still one of the best third basemen in the game, but he's not the best, as by far and away, I think the best is going to be this Jose Ramirez card. Third baseman, switch hitter, crushes lefties, great clutch, great fielding, great speed. He's great corks, great swing. He's just fantastic all around. In my opinion, the best third baseman in the entire game. I also would be willing to switch Ellie to third base or Bobby to third base or someone else to third base. If you want to, that'd be kind of my 1, 2, 3 I would do at third base. Then at first base, we still have Gil Hodges. I'm going to go over his stats at the end there, but I would be willing to move a few other people to first base as well. First base, you can use Vladdy. I think, again, he crushes lefties, which is very valuable. Vladdy also is one of the best swings in the game, and, again, is another righty. Here's the Gil Hodges. He just is still absolutely cracked. I mean, it's just Gil being Gil, and there's not many people that are going to take over for him right now. You could switch out with one of the guys that are secondary position, but for now, I think it's going to be him, like Pete Alonso, Matt Olson, like kind of the main guys here from the new All-Star program. You could have, like, a Richie Sexton I've seen some people be good with, but for the most part, it's going to be the new guys or just straight up Gil Hodges. Carlos Santana is another really good option to use as a secondary first base if you want to switch up the catcher. I still think Carlos Santana and Adley Rutschman are the two best catchers. We will be getting at some point a home run derby card for Cal Riley. He could be one of the better cards as well, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. We're also getting like an Acuna card and a Buxton card, which could be really good depending on the outfield, so make sure to stay tuned for that. At DH, I wouldn't really even use Juan Soto anymore. Use him for a bit. He's still a really good card. Again, lefty batter, which is kind of my big problem right now. It's such a heavy lefty meta. I would much kind of rather use a righty and or a switch hitter with a little bit of a more contact left balanced hitter. But again, nonetheless, it's still Juan Soto. You still can't be mad. Like if I were to have a Bo Bichette here at DH, I wouldn't be mad. If you were to have the Aaron Judge, if you were to have the Shohei Ohtani, if you were to have any of these guys, if you were to move Ted down to DH, I think that's a really good idea. Any of these guys, I'd be very happy with at DH, and I'm not really going to make too many complaints as long as they can shell left-handed pitchers. So that'd be kind of the main squads right now. Those are like the best players in the game. I apologize to those that kind of like have more budget squads. If you want me to make a budget squad team, I definitely can in the future. So if you want to see that as well. But a lot of these guys are just cheap. Like these are all free cards. All the team affinity cards are absolutely free. You can get them for free. Which is super dope. And I'm going to come out with a video as well on the fastest way to do the team affinity vouchers if you haven't already. But for now, this is the new team affinity, and this is kind of how we're going to be firing it out. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. I'll try to fun shit down below, and I'll be catching you guys next time. Peace.